friends. And
Right. So it started, from my understanding, this started as a professional. What you were saying is that this started professionally, and then sort of over time you became personal friends, right?
yes,
Yeah. And I have a few questions. If you don't mind, can we ask you a few questions about the movie?
sure.
So again, I think, I looked at the cast of credits, and again, you have more than 40 Star Trek actors on this. What was that like? How were you able to sort of wrangle everyone together?
It was a lot of hard, serious work. If you want it, you're going to have to go and get it. You're going to have to work very
Hmm.
hard. My husband and I both came from corporate America. I also worked in the defense industry. So did my husband in finance. And, we believed in what we were doing. And so my husband had the idea, let's just go to the conventions and meet the actors. And so literally, we went to many conventions and met actors that way and said, hi, our names are the Fawcettes and we're doing this film. Here's the script. Would you be interested? Please let us know. And it just started off that people were interested. And there was a few actors, the older actors from TOS guest stars. They were introduced to us by one particular actress, and then they all came in a group. Um, that was wonderful. Michael Madsen was living next door to where we were filming one day. And I knew that because there's things you have to do before you film in a certain neighborhood.
Hmm.
I thought he would be mad that we were making too much noise when we were filming one day. He wasn't. He's a Star Trek fan and he wanted to be in the film. And I'll tell
Wow.
you, he hunted me down for that picture with him in the shell. He was the next day,
Wow.
he's like, where's that picture I took with Nichelle? I'm like, okay, Michael, I'll get it to you, I promise. And then of course Gilbert Gottfried, loved her, and Snoop Dogg is a major Star Trek fan. When my husband and I met him and my team for the first time, we went into his compound where he works, and his office was the shape of the Star Trek Enterprise bridge, and he had a captain's chair, and he had a huge a mural of Star Trek on the wall, and I was like, he didn't do this for us. I was like, he couldn't have. So it was really nice because it seemed like the people we had in this film actually really enjoyed Star Trek. And so getting all the people was work. We went out to the conventions, they said yes. Some people towards the end started asking us to be in the film, and my husband would just write in new roles. And we were just really grateful because the actors were really nice, very professional. They handled their business. It was a nice experience.
You assembled quite a cast of people. I mean, when we looked over the list, it was astounding. I mean, everybody, old school series, new school, it was awesome. I thought it was
Yes.
awesome.
Oh, thank you. I think the only ones we didn't get was Discovery. I think one of the most amazing castings, well, I wouldn't say casting, hirings that we were able to do, my husband did, is that he was able to hire Gerald Fried as our composer of our soundtrack. And that was just so mind-blowing because he's the last living composer of original Star Trek. He's amazing. He lived in New Mexico at the time. And, he didn't even believe Steve was real until we drove 13 hours out there.
Wow.
And he was a little Spitfire. We go meet him at the restaurant, then we go to his house, and we thought he drives slow. He speeds off in his little Mustang. We're like, oh my God.
So how did you get Gerald? How did you get him?
My husband, I can't take credit. My husband actually did his research, found his phone number, same way I did Snoop Dogg, found his phone number and called him and said, hi, my name is Stephen L. Fawcette. I'm doing this film and we would really love the opportunity to work with you on our soundtrack. And he told him, you obviously a paying job, obviously. And he was happy and he took it. He said, hell yes, actually. That was his acceptance.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a sweetie. He had more energy than any of us.